Hello, everybody, and welcome to an Ikoria draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below with any questions or feedback. And I would like to introduce special guest Chord of Calls. He has been a guest multiple times. He is co-host of the podcast Limited Level Ups. He also has a Twitch stream, Chord of Calls. He has a blog, and he also has a Twitter account where you can ask him questions and stuff like that. Welcome to the stream, Alex.
Hey, glad to be back once again. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, fantastic player. We have a great record when we're playing together. And we're going to start things off with just asking him about his takes on the format a little bit, because the drafting portion is best to talk about the cards and the packs. What have you thought of Ikoria so far, Alex?
I felt it's been a pretty great format. I've been enjoying myself quite a bit. I felt that this is like a very over-the-top format. Like every drafter is doing like these wild, crazy, bombastic things, and so are your opponents, right? So it kind of balances out. But it's been a ton of fun. Have you found the same thing?
Yeah, I found that you really get rewarded for doing like a specific thing really well, or having a super good late game or super good early game, and kind of generic decks in the middle don't tend to do as well. What decks have been some highlights for you, or some specific cards that you think are your little pet cards of the format?
Oh man, so I mean, as far as decks go, I think everybody knows the boogeyman of the format is the cycling deck. So anytime I can get that, I'm quite a happy boy. But if if that's not available, I've been loving like the Mardu or like black red, black white human sacrifice decks. Like I think those decks can honestly compete with the cycling decks. I think you just have to get you have to kind of build them right. So those are my top two for sure. I'm a little bit lower on the Mutate decks. I don't think a table can support more than like one or two great Mutate drafters. But if I can get the good Mutate cards, I'm happy there. Excellent. I guess as far as like cards go, Whisper Squad is a pet card of mine that I think is actually legitimately great. I think that card is very good.
Awesome. So now that we've got a little bit of context, let's dive on into the draft. Maybe we can get some Whisper Squads. Maybe we can play some black-red sacrifice or black-white sacrifice. A lot of cool stuff in that realm of possibility to explore. I know when the format first started, I was doing a lot of blue-green Mutate stuff, a lot of like big fixing decks that just splash all these powerful cards, and then I kind of segued towards the cycling decks because I heard they were really powerful, and those impressed me. But I haven't really explored the sacrifice decks as much as I would like, so that would be a cool thing to be able to find, maybe.
Yeah, I would love that. It's funny, at the beginning of the format, I think same as you. Like I was trying to I was hard going for the Mutate decks, and I think it worked out because people didn't quite get how you draft the Mutate decks yet. But now that people know how to draft them, it's much harder to get like a good consistent version of them, I find.
So in your opinion, how do you draft the Mutate deck? Is it like a mix of Mutators and payoffs, or do you try to go big on one creature and protect it, or what is your opinion like the best way to draft a Mutate deck?
So basically, like I guess to get into the deck, I really want the uncommons or rares, right? I don't think like a deck full of Heron, like the blue Heron that draws you a card, and Great Horns, like the ramp Mutate creature, like that like those are like lesser payoffs. I really want to have like Austeric or Starks, or that card is called
Auspicious Starks.
Archipelagor. Yeah, that one. Or Archipelagor or Parcel Beast before I actually go in, because I think you really do need those great Mutate cards before you really commit.
Yeah, I've really found that Archipelagor is like one of the cards that whenever I see it, I pretty much take it, which is kind of funny.
Well, it's good because it's good. It's not even in a Mutate deck. It's good like red blue, right? You just like a red blue tempo deck.
You just have a Glimmer Bell, put an Archipelagor on it, and hit them for 7, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Okie doke. The draft is underway. We have opened up a companion. We've also opened up a Weaponize the Monsters for maybe a sacrifice deck. A Fire Prophecy as a very good common. What do you like in this pack?
So those the three cards you pointed out I think are great, right? Karuga is, I think we're just gonna take Karuga here because Karuga is excellent. Karuga is excellent as a card in your deck, but also is very good as a companion. I thought this one was gonna be harder to companion. All of the companions actually, I thought some of them would be hard to companion. This one's not that hard to companion. You can companion it, and it's very, very good. As the monsters, I do want to talk about that card because I think this card is massively underrated. I see this card like going 5th, 6th. I don't think this card should go past like 3rd.
I agree.
This card is excellent. Like this is a top uncommon. Fire Prophecy is a little bit better, but it's Weaponize is right behind that card.
I think the thing with Weaponize that is really important to remember is that when you have this card in play, you can all of a sudden start thinking of every creature as like 2 points off your opponent's life total. So you can just have a board state of 3 creatures and be like, well, if I draw 2 more creatures, I just win the game. But I agree.
Yeah, the card. The card just says your opponent's at like 10 less life than they actually are, right?
Exactly. And it just really ends games and makes removal bad. Okie doke. So we've got a Karuga in our pile. We have yet to decide whether we're going to companion it or not. And we are past an Archipelagor, a card we discussed as a key payoff for a blue-green deck, which we do have a blue-green card already. There's also a Back for More for if we wanted to do like reanimate shenanigans. Unbreakable Bond is also a reanimate card, but personally I think Back for More is a little better. In the commons section, there is Forbidden Friendship, Prickly Marmoset, Boot Nipper, Coilbug, Cavern Whisperer, lots of good commons here in the pack.
Yeah,
what do you like here?
So I think I'm just gonna take Archipelagor here. I think it's a good fill up to Karuga. I think in a vacuum, I think like if you in the deck that it's good in, Back for More is like slightly better than Archipelagor is, just in general. I do want to talk about that actually quickly. Like Archipelagor is great here, we're gonna take it, but like Unbreakable Bond and Back for More. So there's the 3 main decks, right? There's like Mutate, Cycling, and like Human Sacrifice. I think like the 4th one that's like a little bit more of a sub team is like Reanimator, and I think that deck is also very, very good. Like if you can get a bunch of Sandworms or Titanotherexes and Back for Mores and Unbreakable Bonds, I think that's a very powerful thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. Especially in black-green. It is a bit more uncommon based, which is why I don't think it comes together quite as often, but definitely a powerful deck when it does come together. Okie doke. So now we've got an Archipelagor and a Karuga in our deck. Keep in mind, Karuga doesn't mean we have to play blue-green for the viewers at home. I know you know this, Alex. But we could just be a blue deck and go any other color second, so don't think we're forced into blue-green. And we are currently thinking about companioning it, but we could move off of that depending on what presents itself, but most likely companioning. So in this pack, there's a Neutralize, which keeps us in blue. There's a Fertilid, Duskfang Mentor. What do you like here?
Yeah, I like a lot of these cards here. Bushmeat Poacher is also a card I really, really like. It's like a key card for the sacrifice deck. I'm going to take Neutralize here, I think. I think Neutralize is quite good. Like you said, we don't have to be blue-green, and we could literally just be like blue-red or blue-black. And Neutralize is just like a very solid card. It gets around the problem of, you hold up a counter spell and your opponent doesn't do anything, so you pass the turn and waste your mana. You can literally just cycle it away if you need to, right? Like this, don't think of this as a cancel. Think of this as like just a very good counterspell that gets around all the problems that normal counterspells have.
Yeah. Okay, so now we've got 3 blue cards in our pile, so we're still very flexible here. And we see I don't know why it has these weird arts. I kind of tried to turn them off. But it's got Huntmaster Liger in the pack, which doesn't really go necessarily with our cards. There's a Call of the Death Dweller, but obviously going to be terrible if we have no small drops, or I guess it could get back a 3-drop. There's Wolf Bear, there is Brushwag, Fertilid. What do you like here? A much weaker pack than the last one.
Yeah, nothing super exciting here. So yeah, the cards that stick out to me are Fertilid and Almighty Brushwag. Call of the Death Dweller is really good. But if you're not getting, like you said, if you're not getting back like 2 things generally, it's not super powerful. So I don't think I'm gonna take that here. I also kind of just like taking like, there's no blue cards. Maybe we just take Fertilid. I think Fertilid's pretty good in a Karuga deck, just because like you do have a lot of expensive things. Whereas like all these other cards are fine. I think like Exuberant Wolf Bear is just like a medium card. I think like a lot of people might look at that card and see there's a lot of words on it, but it's just a 4-mana 4/4 most of the time. So I like Fertilid is keeping our options open. Yeah,
especially because Brushwag means we couldn't companion the Karuga, so no need to abandon that plan at the moment. Okie doke. So we've got a couple card draw spells as options. Lead the Stampede, of One Mind, and then if we were to go into another color, there's a Vantasaur. There is Helica Glider. I haven't been a huge fan of Dark Bargain. What do you like in this pack?
So I would just take the Imposing Vantasaur out of this pack. The 1-mana cyclers you should just be taking very highly in general. Like we're not down. We're not going down the cycling path necessarily. But let's say we pick up an Ominous Seas. Like we're just gonna play this Imposing Vantasaur in the deck if we decide not to go to Companion Karuga and get this Vantasaur. Also, like in these Karuga decks, you want a lot of cyclers because you do want to like enter your deck, try to hit your lands. So like we can just play this card and we don't have to we don't have to actually be able to cast it, and it's gonna be good a lot of the time in our deck.
If you were picking between the 2 card draw spells, between Lead the Stampede and Of One Mind, which one do you think you would lean towards in that situation?
Probably Lead the Stampede in our given spot. I like that card a lot in green decks. I think like One Mind is good, but it takes a little bit to enable it. So yeah.
Okay. Now in this pack, there's a Humble Naturalist if we want to abandon the Karuga. I mean, none of the cards really above 3 cost are insane. There's a Rooted Moloch as maybe a late signal. Prickly Marmoset's still in the pack. What do you like here?
Oh, I love Rooting Moloch. This card is just great. This is just one of the best uncommons. Like maybe not the actual best, one of the actual best because there's so many good uncommons in the set, but it's very powerful. Just being able to cycle away anything in the early game and get it back later, or just cycle this way, great card. Very happy to pick it up here. And at this point with our pile, I'm kind of looking to be like maybe just be blue-red because I don't know, like the green hasn't really been flowing. Green's not my favorite color in this format, anyways. I don't think it's all that powerful.
Yeah.
And like I'm fine just being blue-red, and we might companion Kruger or we might not. So yeah, I like our spot.
Yeah, especially because a lot of the cyclers do cost, or some of the cyclers cost less than 3 mana, so we don't really need to companion Kruger. It's still just a great card in your deck, and a blue-red deck just sounds kind of cool. Here's a Whisper Squad, but not really anywhere near our direction. What do you like in this pack?
Yeah, so I think I like taking the Skybinder, actually. I'm not a huge fan of this card, but I think given our pile with Karuga, with like the Archipelago, it doesn't work with Archipelago, but just like, this is just like, if we're going blue-red, this can be like a nice 3-drop to put down like as a tempo flyer.
Yeah, it's just a blue card. When I saw that, I was like, oh, it's a blue-white card, but no, the hybrid mana does make sure you can still just cast this in the same deck as Karuga, instead of something like the Vigilance Mentor, which was also in the pack. Okie doke. So in this pack, there's a Startling Development as a Cycler, which would not be going with Karuga. There's a Baby Godzilla, also known as Poliwag Symbiote, Lava Serpent. What do you like here?
That's a pretty late Poliwag Symbiote. I think I'm gonna take it here, even though we don't have any Mutate creatures.
We have Archie.
Oh, sorry, we do have the Archipelago. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's even more reason to. Yeah, I love taking that here then.
Okay.
You really do want like 3 or 4 Mutate creatures before you're happy to run this card, but it's very, very powerful when you get to run it.
It doesn't necessarily go with Karuga, but we can still just cut it. It's not like we were taking it over anything.
Yeah, exactly.
In this pack, there's a Frostveil Ambush as a cycler that can go in a Karuga deck, or a Brushwag, or Ivy Elemental. I haven't been a huge fan of Phase Dolphin. Which card do you want to take here?
No.
I'm leaning towards Frostveil myself.
I think, yeah, let's take the Frostveil. Again, it's just a 1-mana cycler. These are very powerful. You should be taking these cards highly. You never know when you're going to want these 1-mana cyclers. Like, in a lot of times, like, you can get to the point where you can just play 15 lands and, 5 cyclers, and that's just great because you get to not play 17 lands, and that's pretty powerful.
Okie doke. And also we have a Rooting Moloch, which can be a nice thing to get back. Just have cyclers.
We have the Rooting Moloch, yeah.
Here, I'm leaning just towards Prickly Marmoset. It's
I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about, right? Yeah. Like, you take the 1-mana cyclers early and you get the Marmosets late. And, sometimes like it doesn't have to be Marmoset, it could just be any late payoff. And like your taking those cyclers early really sets you up to be able to make a card like Marmoset great. So yeah, super happy to pick that here.
And now, not really much. Just gonna nab another Fertilid probably.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Sleeper Dart's actually an okay card, but I don't mind taking Fertilid there.
Wolf Bear or Brushwag. It's funny that Brushwag is better than the Wolf Bear, but it really is. It's a cheap thing to mutate onto.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In your mutate decks, you really do need those cheap things. That's really key. And not to say we're gonna be mutate, but we could be.
Yeah. Wow. Late leads the Stampede.
Oh wow, lead the Stampede. Wow. Okay, we'll take that. So let's talk about Karuga just quickly as we get to the last parts of these packs here.
Which one do you like here? Do you like Wilt here?
Let's take let's take
as a sideboard card, especially because it's a best of 3.
So I mean, I think, the companions have been kind of like the talk of the town, right? They've been like, everybody's like, oh, companions are so busted. And they're very good cards. But like, I would say that don't train wreck your draft just to play, Karuga, for example, as your companion, right? If the lane doesn't present itself to have like a good Karuga deck where like you're reasonably, casting cards and cycling cards early, like just don't be afraid to move off of it.
What are you
companion it?
What are things you're looking for? What are things you're looking for a Karuga deck? Like, what would be good cards?
You do need cyclers early to be able to not, just like do something on the early turns, like cycle on 2 a lot of the time. And just like, I guess another way to put it is like, if you have great cheap cards, don't be afraid to play those, right? Like if you have a bunch of great 2-drops, don't be like, oh man, I should just play Karuga. No, just play those good 2-drops. It's hard. It's a cost benefit analysis, but so always think about it.
In this pack, I'm leaning towards Gem Razor. Or were you going to take something else?
I would take Gem Razor here. Yeah, I think like still we're going between green and blue, and I think that's fine. I kind of would like to be red, but you know what? That's fine because like I think our pile leads us to be green blue pretty well too.
Green blue red.
Yeah, we could. No, this This song is not this is not the song we're looking for. This is unfortunately this is kind of a trashy card.
It's actually kind of cute with companion though, because you'll have a spell to kick things off on the big turn. But
That
yeah,
is true. That is
I don't
true.
think it's
Yeah.
insane. What do you like in this pack?
So let's just take the ramp through, I think.
Yeah.
Um, so that first pack that we looked at, or the first pack we had. I'm wondering if red was more open than green. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I think we did see a late Prickly Marmoset, but I don't see that as a huge signal because not a lot of decks necessarily take the cyclers to enable it. So I could see people passing
Yeah.
up on that. We did get a late Moloch, which is nice. I think blue after the second pick Archipelagore kind of dried up, and I guess we got a late Symbiote, but other than that, we didn't really see a ton of good blue. So I could see
Yeah.
this being a green-red deck or kind of any combination of the colors. We could maybe even splash some things. This is an interesting pack for sure, though, because there's a big decision point here. There's a good red card, a good blue card, and the commons aren't much to talk about, but these are both great cards. What do you like between the Shore Shark and the Poke Parrot?
I like Short Shark a lot more than Porky Parrot in this spot because the thing with Porky Parrot is it's an okay card and like just a mutate deck, right? Put it on a thing and starts pinging, but you really want this card to like I really want to take this card if I'm in black red. I want it to be a combo card for the most part. Like put it
Yeah.
on Death Touch creature, right?
Yeah.
Like this is one of the ones that like I don't want to be piling on a bunch of things because like the effect is good, but it's not like game winning, you know?
Yeah, my favorite thing to do with Porky Parrot is to play it in either blue-red or black-red, and in black-red you put it on a Death Toucher, and in blue-red you put it on a Glimmer Bell, so you can untap it multiple times. And other than that, I haven't been a huge fan of it. Shore Shark just good works well in any deck, though.
Yeah.
Here, this is a very interesting pack because there's a lot of options. I mean, there's another Marmoset, there's a Capture Sphere for removal, Wingspan Mentor, Bushmeat Poacher, Snare Tradition, Wilt. What do you like in this pack?
Yeah. So I mean, I think I'm just gonna take the Capture Sphere here. It's a fine, reasonable removal spell. I haven't been a huge fan of Wingspan Mentor. I like it in blue red just because like you can like pump your giant red creature, pump your Marmoset, put a counter on your Marmoset, or like put a counter on like your Thieving Otter. I guess that's just blue, but you play Thieving Otter on your blue red decks a lot. It's just been a little bit clunky. It's not the most exciting card in the world, and I don't love Capture Sphere, but I think it fills a role a little bit better than that card.
Yeah, and it's funny because we weren't really looking to play blue until we got that Pouncing Shore Shark. I mean, in pack one, all we had like a few good blue cards because we took blue card to start, but now getting Pouncing Shore Shark and Capture Sphere moves us back towards that blue direction, which is very interesting. It's interesting. We did take this ram through these symbiotes, and it doesn't look like we're going to companion the Karuga at the moment because we do have some pretty good cheap cards. But if those are our only cheap cards, then we could totally abandon chip. Here, I like maybe taking an Essence Symbiote to go with our decent amount of Mutate, or a Proud Willbonder maybe.
I think Essence Symbiote is perfect here. I'm not a huge fan of Proud Wildbonder. I think it's just like an okay card, and Symbiote is one of those really important cards for the Mutate deck. So I'm loving taking it here.
I sometimes say Willbonder instead of Wildbonder. And I've been corrected on that many times. So every time I see the card, I kind of have a flashback. Okay, so now there's a Bonder's Enclave, which is a pretty powerful land if we get it going. And our deck does have a lot of big creatures in it, so that could be a good pick. There's also another Capture Sphere, a Greater Sandworm, and a Thieving Otter. I think I would take the Bonder's Enclave. What do you like here?
Yeah, this is an interesting pick. I'm okay with the Enclave here. I'm not a huge fan of this card. I think it's good. But generally, like your blue decks have like green blue decks.
Would you rather take something else? Would you rather take something else here? I'm fine taking something else.
No. Let's take the Enclave. Let's see how it goes. I was gonna say it's about on power with the rest of the cards here, like with the Otter and the Sandworm and the Capture Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times your blue decks just have the velocity anyways. They don't need to. Or so your green blue decks have velocity. They don't need to put like a colorless land in their deck to do so. It's people say it's like very low cost, but like having a colorless land is a cost in your deck, and I think people underestimate that.
Yeah. If you were drafting, would you have taken the Enclave or would you have taken something else?
It's close. I think I would have ended up taking it, but it's like I'd have to think on that pick for a while.
Did we take Frostveil Ambush here, or is Escape Protocol better than it looks?
I have not found a place for that card yet. I don't know.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, I'd love that dream to be alive, but I don't think it is.
Okay, doke. Now there's a Frostlings, which I really like in Karuga decks to help you overcome some of the tempo loss. I mean, I don't think we really want a crystal here.
No, it is kind of interesting though, because you don't want crystals in a lot of decks. These aren't great cards in the format, but you actually do really want them when you have Karuga and Yorion, because those are 5-drop companion. Like if you're companioning them, right? Because that means you can always play them on 5, and then Karuga even draws a card for these crystals too. It's not just creatures.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe we would want a crystal if there wasn't like something like a Frostlings. I think Frostlings definitely beats the crystals, but we could keep our eyes open. Here, do you like another Brushwag? Or do you play Keep Safe?
Generally no. I think it's good in a very specific game state. I like it out of the board against a lot of removal, but I don't generally main it. I like Brushwag here a lot though. You just need to pick up these cheap mutate cards when we have a few in our pile.
Yeah.
Or sorry, mutate targets.
Yeah, so now there's another Wild Bonder. There is a Aegis Turtle, is maybe another cheap creature, but probably just far worse than Brushwag. And then there's Thwart the Enemy, if we wanted to take that. What do you want to take here?
I think Wild Bonder is medium enough that I'm going to take Thwart as a sideboard card. I think the card's pretty good out of the board. Against, like, green smashy decks.
Now there's a Mysterious Egg.
Yeah, why not? We'll take this. I don't know if we're going to play it, but, I think, with 2 Brushwags, I think it's pretty low that we want to play this card, just because, like, Brushwag is a better thing to put your mutate cards on.
Yeah, we're not really playing a white deck, though, so.
Yeah. And it's interesting. So now we're in the place. We kind of end up in the place that exactly I was talking about, where we have a Ram Through, we have a Polywog, we have these Brushwags, where we could still hypothetically companion Karuga, but I do think you give up enough that I think our deck with the 2 drops in it is probably going to be better.
I'm just gonna take Cove or the Aegis Turtle in case we open some bomb white card.
Yeah, a Sky Cat or something, right?
Yeah, the Sky Cat. Okay.
Oh,
so,
hello.
We've opened the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the elemental beast. There's also a Lore Dracus of 1 mind, Zerda, which isn't our colors, another companion. So here, I just really like taking Parcel Beast. I think is just far and away the best card.
And this is like one of the cards that I was talking about for like you really want to like you want these cards if you're gonna go hard on Mutate. So I love taking this card here.
Does Gem Razor fit that bill for you as a card that like makes you want to play other Mutate things, or do you just think it's fine on its own, or is it like one of the payoffs like Parcel Beast?
Yeah, it's just fine. Like Parcel Beast is better than Gem Razor. Gem Razor is an okay rare, but like basically all the uncommon mutators are better than Gem Razor.
Okie doke. So we get a nice Parcel Beast here. And I think at this point we can probably abandon some of the red cards. Wow.
I believe so. Oh wow.
So we can get rid of the Rooting.
Look how lucky we are, Nicolai.
This is I honestly I get incredibly lucky when I'm drafting, and it's like I'm almost hacking. Like I was drafting a Jeskai deck the other day because I opened a Whirlwind of Thought, and then in pack 3 I just opened Narset. Like these are just the things that happen to me, and it's good to have witnesses because it feels amazing. But yeah, easy Parcel Beast here. I think I mean we have currently got. We're not playing the Survivor's Bond, probably. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that cost less than 3. That would stop us from playing this Karuga at the moment.
Yeah.
So we could still potentially do it.
So my thoughts. Oh yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you go ahead first.
I think we kind of have enough value on our own that we don't need to like force Karuga into our deck, and we're gonna be able to win a lot of games with just playing our cheap cards and then using them. But that's just my initial thought.
I think I totally agree. And the thing is, like, now we actually have with 2 Parcel Beasts, giving up the Brushwags and maybe the Aggro if we're gonna play that in the symbiotes. That's huge because going like 1 drop into Parcel Beast, the game ends a lot of the time there, like virtually ends there, right? Like there's very few things that can actually just like get rid of the Parcel Beast on turn 2. Like the Fire Prophecy doesn't do it.
Heartless Act is the only card that comes to mind.
Exactly, yeah. So it's just like, that's a lot of power. And not to say that it's, having a companion is necessarily worse or better than that, but I think it's enough, if that's enough better, then I'm willing just to play the cheap cards now.
Yeah, I just took Symbiote out of that pack. There wasn't much else other than like a Frost Ambush. It was an easy pick, so I didn't think there was really not much need to discuss it.
Nope.
Here, I like taking the Zagoth Trirome. I mean, it's a blue-green land that can cycle late game, I think. Just pushes it over the top for me. If it helps fix our mana that we're maybe making a little worse with this Bonder's Enclave.
Yep.
So pretty easy.
I also, have you been playing these in like say you're blue-red? Have you been playing Zagoth Triumph?
I think I would. I haven't had that opportunity many times. I think I had one time where I could have picked it, but I took like a good playable for my deck over it. But I think I would play it if I was just one of the colors still.
Yeah, I hadn't been for a while, but then I realized that like I think you just should be doing that.
Yeah,
I started. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to have that extra, like, you can sometimes even justify running an extra land in your deck if you have something like a Zagoth Trirome. like one more land than you would otherwise, just because
Yeah,
you can cycle it. But yeah, I like getting another Essence Symbiote here.
perfect.
Adventurous Impulse is an interesting one because we do have some pretty powerful cards to find, but because we have so many powerful cards to find, it does get a little bit worse as well. Like the
Yeah, I
pros
was
and
gonna
cons.
say I think we're likely to wheel that impulse out of this pack, which is really nice because we will probably play it.
Yeah, Lead the Stampede's looking really good in our deck too because we have a
Wow,
lot of
yeah, Lita's looking excellent.
yeah we have a lot of good creatures to find. Okay, doke. Now I know you have strong opinions on Primal Empathy. Do you think it's the pick here, and do you think it's a good card in general?
So I think it's the pick here. I'm not going to take Facet Reader or Bond, but I think it's a good card. I don't think it's a great card, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the classic example of a card that like people remember the times it's great for them, and they don't remember the times that they go 2-drop into this, opponent removes the 2-drop, and they don't play a creature for 2 more turns, and it does literal nothing,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I like this card. I think it's good. I think we will probably play it in our deck, but I think I've heard people call this card insane, but I think it's just like merely a good card.
Yeah, I had a Kahira deck that got carried by double Primal Empathy. Because
Nice,
I always
yeah.
had a creature because of Kahira, and
True, yeah, that is nice.
it was nice. Okay, so here in this pack, there's Anticipate. There's a Fox if we just wanted another Cycler, but I don't think we're even playing this Vantasaur at this point.
Yeah, probably not.
And then there's like a Crystal if we wanted to ramp off color. Do you like Anticipate or Mole here? I think those are the main two.
I think we take the Mole. I think that we're not likely to play Anticipate. I mean, it's kind of nice because with our Mutate stuff, we do want to like kind of like find our 2-card interactions, like the Mutate and the Mutators. But we'll be fine with that, and I think
The disrespect to weaponize the
the
monsters.
disrespect. Oh my goodness.
And now there's a Bristling Boar versus an Impulse. I think we just take Impulse probably, right? I mean, we're
Can
not.
we play Weaponize? Let's take Weaponize. We might be able to play it with Double Fertilid.
Oh my, you can. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even consider
Yeah.
playing it.
Let's do it.
Okay, there's Of One Mind or Fully Grown.
Let's see. Yeah, let's take the Fully Grown. It's a decent sideboard card sometimes.
You think it's better than draw the Of One Mind?
I think we just have way too much card draw anyways. Like, I don't
Oh,
think
good
we
point.
need a random divination, right?
Good point.
Like,
Good point.
so many of our cards do that already, so I think we're in a great spot.
Yeah. Now a Humble Naturalist maybe, or a Channeled Force if we wanted to splash red anyway.
Yeah, let's take naturals. Let's take that. It's not the best card for a Mutate deck, but I think it's good enough here.
There's another late squad.
I know the disrespect for the squad.
Ooh, there's a Ketria Crystal could help us splash this weaponize the monsters.
Oh yeah, let's take that. I like that a lot actually.
Yeah, nice late pickup here, really helping our deck out. Another Wilt for the sideboard, I think, over Reflexes. And a Plummet for the sideboard. Lots of good sideboard cards now. That it's best of 3, so it's cool to have access to these powerful sideboard cards.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So, do you think it's funny because normally Weaponize is the type of card you'd think, oh, it's only good in my sacrifice deck. Like maybe I need some ways to steal some of their creatures. But do you think Weaponize is just like a good, like you think it's like good enough to be worth splashing in this type of like deck?
Yes, that's a great question. So I do think that I think that a lot of people look at Weaponize and they just look like it looks like a build around, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want cheap creatures, right? But I found that the build around requirements for this card are you have creatures in your deck,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you get value out of your opponent's removal spells. They play a removal spell out of it, you sack it, you kill something of theirs. Again, it just ends the game very quickly. And I think a lot of times, especially in these kind of decks where you have a lot of cheap setup cards, like you have these Polywogs, you have these Essence Symbiotes, you're playing like all these like 2/2s. A lot of times that, if they kill your Karuga, kill your Archipelago creature, like sometimes you're like, wow, I actually don't have a lot of great ways to close out this game, right? So Weaponize can fill that role really well. I don't know for sure if we're gonna play it in the final build, but in that pack where there wasn't really that much in it, I think it was worth taking there.
Yeah. The thing that makes me more hesitant is because a random mountain can screw up our Parcel Beast on an early turn, but like it's still like
For
this
sure.
in the late game is really good. And I mean we weren't taking it over anything, and we do have a Ketria Crystal now. But yeah, so in my initial thoughts on cuts, for some reason I always end up cutting Mole. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know why I always cut Mole, but I've just found myself cutting it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's because the EOL 3-mana 3/3 is not as good as it used to be. Even
Yeah.
now that has trample and does have a little bit of extra ability. It's fine. It's a fine card, but
Like
we likely are it's going to be on the chopping block for sure.
yeah, so my initial thoughts on cuts, at least in my mind, are cutting the Moles and then maybe cutting a Sky Bonder.
Yep, I like Skybonder as a cut here for sure, just because it's a human.
Yeah, exactly. Thwart the enemy is more of a sideboard card anyway.
Yep.
So now this is a 17 land deck, I think, especially with this Zagoth. We're not playing Tranquil Cove because we don't have any white cards.
I think we. What are your thoughts on one Frostveil Ambush?
I'm fine with that. I probably wouldn't even play any Frostfield Ambushes. I haven't been playing this card. Like, I don't think I've cast it a single time. I've only ever cycled it, so I don't have a ton of experience with it.
Yeah, my thoughts are that I think we might want one in this deck just because, like, we have a Ramsar, we have an Archipelago, and we have a Capture Sphere and a Frostlinks, but I think other than that, we don't we don't have much interaction, right? So I think one might make the cut. I'm not saying for sure, but I think one might make the cut for sure.
Yeah. So my other thoughts, we could maybe cut the egg, even though it is so good with Parcel Beast. And how many mutators do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutate cards, and we already have a couple Brushwags, a couple Symbiotes that are good to mutate onto, so I don't think we really need the egg.
Agree.
How many creatures do we have? We have 17 creatures, 8 non-creatures, so Lead the Stampede is definitely looking good. But if we keep cutting creatures, we might have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, now it gets tricky, right? Now we're at the point where it's like,
Yeah, there's the easy cuts of just cutting the red splash and just cutting the crystal and the weaponized, but I think those could actually be quite good in our deck, because again, we lack interaction. And also crystals get pretty good when you have Karuga, because they just sit in play, so you are always going to get that card worth of value.
Exactly, yeah. It's with our current pile here, we've got weaponize. We got the crystal. Like, I think weaponize is a pretty low cost in our deck is the thing, right? Like, it's we're gonna play a mountain. We have the 2 fertilids and we have crystals. So like, I think I'm pretty happy to play weaponize here.
If we're gonna splash weaponize, I kind of want to cut the mole, because mole milling our only mountain is kind of a real thing. Like,
yeah, that's a great point.
It honestly kind of just like makes me not want to play mole. Like,
yeah,
if I needed any other reason to cut the second mole, like that's it.
And then maybe the last easy cut here can be just the Frostveil Ambush, and we can bring it in if we really feel like our opponent it's a good matchup for the card.
Yeah, because I don't really want to cut any more creatures, because 16 creatures is on the lower side for a Lead the Stampede, I guess. The way I think of it is, if you're looking at 5 cards, then each card like card you look at, you have like a 17 out of 40 chance of seeing a card. So that's like almost like half. And you want to make sure you average slightly over 2 on Lead the Stampede, in my opinion, because you want to make up for the fact that sometimes it's going to whiff completely. So you want that extra upside, which means that you need to have, like, if you have 20 creatures, then you have a 2.5 chance. So having like 16 creatures, we're probably sitting, I don't know the exact math, at like a 2.2 average creatures. How many average creatures do we hit on Lead the Stampede? I've done the math in my head before. I'm just like completely blanking on all my math skills. But like, essentially...
Hey, you're the math person here. I can't do this.
Like, if you have, for example, like if you have 20 creatures, then on average, if you flip 5 cards from your deck, half of them are going to be creatures, so you'll average 2.5. But if you have 10 creatures in your deck, then you flip 5 from your deck, then a quarter of them are going to be there. So it's going to be like 1.25 out of 5. And so if you want to find somewhere that's closer to the 20 side of things, then closer to the other side of things, if that makes sense. But yeah, we definitely average over 2 in this deck, because we're closer to the 20 side of things than to the 10 side of things. But yeah, this is 20 cards. What do you think of the mana base? I don't think we want 3 mountains. I think we want 1 mountain.
No. What do you think about cutting Enclave here? Because we only have like 3 large creatures, right?
1, 2, 3, yeah, 4.
4. And then I guess our if we want to spend a lot of mana, we can pump our
Brushwag.
Our Brushwags.
I'm fine cutting it. I'm fine cutting it, especially because we're going to be splashing.
I think just with the splash, right, it makes it a bit sketchy.
And then we could add 2 forests, 1 island to have
perfect.
Now we have like 9 green sources, 8 blue sources, and 1 red source, but the 2 fertilids will search it out.
Yeah,
and I think
yeah, I think worth noting too, with our Zygoth Triumph, and I think a lot of people might look at this card, and say, okay, well, it helps us splash. It helps us play our green and blue cards, but it doesn't really help our splash for the weaponized. Well, it kind of does, because like you just noted, this adds an additional source for our blue and green, so that makes it so that playing that mountain is actually a bit more okay, right? Because it's not like that mountain is taking away from another island we can play, because this one, where it might just be a forest, it's now a forest and an island, so that adds that additional source.
Yeah, agreed. I also like the way we built around this Karuga. Like, we didn't draft like a Karuga deck, but we have a lot of cards that'll synergize with it just naturally in our blue-green shell. and we're not like fully going off the deep end and costing ourselves all these powerful cards. But yeah, I think this is a great deck. I'm really excited to try it out. Let's dive on in. It's a pretty sweet one for sure. I'm going to pull out my calculator to do some math.
Yeah,
Okay, so if you have 17 out of... We have 16 creatures. 16 out of 40. What? 16 divided by 40 is 0.4, and then you times it by 5. So with 16 creatures, we average exactly 2 off of the Lead the Stampede.
And it's nice because it's 2 spells,
Yeah,
right?
it's 2 spells, yeah. So if it was below 2, then I don't think it would be worth playing. But being at exactly 2 is definitely nice. But yeah, so that's the math on that. If you have anything more than 16 creatures, Lead the Stampede becomes even better. Anything less than 16, I think it's not the greatest. Okay.
I agree.
I'm just going to double check that I'm recording. I had this horrible moment in my mind where I was like, wait, did I not click the record button? But we did. Don't worry. No fear. Okay, this is a great hand, I think. Definitely a keeper.
Yeah, it's actually very nice because, it's all lands, but the last spell is draw spell, right? So
yeah.
having a bunch of mana and a draw spell is really, really nice.
Yeah, exactly. We've got all our colors as well, which is nice. Naturalist would normally, I wouldn't count it as a full source, but I would count it as like a partial source if we were splashing a red creature, but we're splashing a red non-creature. Coming up against red-white, maybe a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, uh-oh. I always get a little nervous when I see Plains Mountain in this format,
Mm-hmm, exactly. This is actually going to work out pretty nicely, though, because we can then go Crystal into Brushwag, potentially. Or
really nice.
And hit them for 1.
Here.
The Crystal, I think, is going to be pretty good in our deck, because we do have some expensive stuff. We also have Karuga to make up for the card disadvantage, and we can cycle it if we need to. We might not... Do you think we even play the Crystal here? I mean, because we can just cycle it, because we don't really have stuff to ramp into right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think now we do.
Now we play. Now we
do. That changes it. I think if we didn't just draw Karuga, we wouldn't.
Yeah. And then we can play our Brushwag.
Attack our opponent for a full 1 point here.
All the value in the world.
The opponent's gone swamp, mountain, plains.
No, they went
Crystal.
plains. They went plains, mountain, swamp.
Sorry, opposite way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like they're Mardu. They're like they're tokeny human stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I kind of like getting Shore Shark out. I don't think we need to refill our hand with Lead the Stampede at the moment, but we could do that as an option. I kind of like getting the Shore Shark out onto this guy, but I don't know what we'd bounce anyway.
Yeah, I like using Shore Shark, because we're not getting a ton of value here if we use Shore Shark. So
yeah,
not to say that I don't want to play Shore Shark here, but I think it's worth considering doing something else.
We could just attack with the Brushwag first. I don't think we're gonna.
Yeah, let's attack with Brushwag first. I might even just go attack with Brushwag. If they don't block, we just Lead the Stampede. See what we pick up and start to play some creatures and then play Karuga after.
Okay, so now we can just pump this guy, or we can play our Shore Shark.
let's play our Shore Shark. That's probably better, right? Because then we get to eat and then bounce the Marshal, and they get to replay, right? But that's okay.
Yeah.
That wastes their entire turn.
Yeah, it's better than wasting our entire turn essentially.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say if we didn't have the Shore Shark in hand, that's actually a really good block from the opponent, right?
Yeah.
Because that means they're saying I will trade this 1 token for your whole turn, and that's really bad for us, right?
Yeah, agreed. But we wouldn't have made. Would we have still made the attack without having a Shore Shark in our hand?
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe we would have, but then gone, uh-oh.
Yeah, maybe, and then just realized that it wasn't the greatest attack in the world.
Yeah. All right, so now we're in a pretty commanding position, right? Because we have a board, we have this Karuga. They can't really block the Shore Shark at this point. They can block with the Day Squad Marshal, but now we are pretty happy to trade our turn for Day Squad Marshal because that's their whole last turn, right?
Mm-hmm. So I think we lead with land.
Yep.
Then we can attack with Shore Shark.
Yep.
And now it's a significant amount of damage. It's not just 1 point of damage. If they block here, then it's much different than if they just trade their 1/1 token for it.
Yeah, exactly. The Shore Shark has trample, which is something that's very easy to forget. Yeah. I always forget what's underneath my things.
So we can either go...
What do you like doing here?
So there's the mana efficient play of going Primal Empathy and Lead the Stampede. I kind of like doing that because then we get our Primal Empathy rolling, and we have decent stuff to do. we know we're going to have some stuff to do off the Lead the Stampede, but also just playing Karuga is very appealing because we're going to draw 2 cards immediately.
Yeah.
If we have Empathy in play, then Karuga is going to draw us 3 cards immediately, which is really nice. I kind of like, they have 5 cards in hand, so they have resources as well. So I kind of like playing the Karuga maybe this turn and then the Primal Empathy next turn, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like playing Karuga this turn, mostly because, now we have, we're basically even on cards in hand after we play this Karuga and like we have this Empathy and this Lead the Stampede, right? So we want to press our board advantage basically now. We want to start attacking the opponent, right?
Yeah.
We want to put them in a place where they have to start doing something because this Shore Shark's a big problem for them, right?
Yeah. I was also thinking...
look, now we drew Weaponize, and that's awesome.
I was also thinking that, like, if we play Karuga, we also could draw into a Parcel Beast, which is something I was actually thinking about, because, like, we could potentially, like, mutate onto that. I don't think we want to mutate onto that thing particularly, but it's, like, another...
Yeah, you generally want to mutate your Parcel Beast onto something that, you don't want to attack with, right?
Yeah.
You just want to keep the value going on that thing. Yeah, that was a great draw, too.
Weaponize, yeah, because now they're, like, a virtual 6 life, essentially.
Yeah, now they're very pressured, right? Like, they can't attack us. There's no way they can attack us. Unless they have, like, multiple very cheap removal spells. And now we're in a place where, like, if they get hit by Shore Shark, the game's just over, basically.
Yeah, I'm glad we get to splash this Weaponize to just kind of show what it can do.
Yeah,
so they're attacking us for 3. I don't think we block. I don't think we care.
I don't think so. This is representing some sort of trick. I don't think I care that much, though. Like, we're at 20 life. I don't want to risk my Karuga.
Divine Arrow, the Void Beckoner.
Okay. Fangs. See, and now this is good. Like, you might look at this situation and be like, oh, now like they're out of range, Weaponize. I look at this situation and I'm like, well, they were forced to use that trick. They probably didn't want to use that there, but they had to keep out of range of just dying to Weaponize.
Exactly. So now I'm thinking we can Capture Sphere this thing, attack them. Yeah. I don't think we want to necessarily... We could just cast Parcel Beast.
Yeah, so they've got 4 mana up, right? And they've got 4 cards in hand. They didn't do anything. I think this means some sort of removal spell of some sort. I would probably just attack with both and see what happens. And or could we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? We can attack with both of our big creatures. Leave the Naturalist back because we can cast 2 spells with it. So let's just attack with both our big creatures. If they want to use a removal spell, that's totally okay. We'll just sack and deal 2 to the face or kill them.
Yeah.
Or kill their creature. Yep.
They're jumping.
All right. Looks like no removal spell. That's good. I guess they could have the Deadeye. That's something they could have here.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of like just playing. I kind of like hard casting Parcel Beast and then Capture Sphering this.
I would just play the Parcel Beast and play Empathy because I think we can just Capture Sphere next turn, right? Like I don't think. Oh, I guess Lifelink does change that, right? Yeah. I would still just play the Parcel Beast and the Empathy. Just get that rolling. I think we can take another Lifelink hit and then we can Capture Sphere next turn.
Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do have to cast this with that mana. And Primal Empathy is going to fill us back up on cards. We don't really need to kill them. It's just nice to kind of have the pressure as an option.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just were chumping. They don't have anything to follow it up, which is really good for us. I feel like they could have potentially had something. Okay, so this kind of... I think they're splashing red. We haven't seen a single red spell.
Is that a forest in play?
Yeah, I think they're probably playing an Abzan deck. And then... Or maybe they're playing black, white, splashing green, and splashing red.
Interesting. I guess the only card I'm worried about is Ruinous Ultimatum at this point.
Okay, I'm not worried about it anymore. Do we just... I think maybe just use Parcel Beast to start with. Wait, no, how much mana do we have? We have 8 mana, so we can just Capture Sphere and attack them with everything?
Yeah, I use Capture Sphere and back with everything. Even if they have a removal spell, they're very close to dead.
Yeah, and we have a counter spell, so... They need to have multiple removals, and also we have this Weaponize.
And it's funny you mentioned activating Parcel Beast, and my initial thought was let's activate Parcel Beast, see what we get. I think that's like a lot of people's nature is to be like, oh, let's activate my value engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, what's better than just killing them right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. The counter spell was a really good draw off the Primal Empathy.
Yeah. Okay, well that showed the power of not so much weaponized because it kind of sat there as our opponent died, but I think it did in some part because like we were the entire time we were like, well, it doesn't matter. We got weaponized, right? Even if they have this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't think we necessarily want ambush here. It didn't seem like
No,
an
I don't think
insane
so.
matchup for that. We didn't see any flyers for this plummet. We know they have the +1/+1 and lifelink trick, so having our own trick could be nice as like a fully grown or something. I don't think we need mole. Wilt, we didn't see. We saw the Ketria Triome.
Yeah, that's
Other than that,
true.
didn't see anything. Or maybe was
I
it?
think I just like the main as it is
Yeah,
for now.
yeah,
I don't think there's something that really makes me want to side into something else because our deck is already quite good. So
yeah. Agreed. If we had seen a couple pacifisms, maybe we would have changed things. But
yeah, exactly.
currently, no need to change things up. Are there some matchups you think where we would side in Bonder's Enclave as like an 18th land or something because the game's going to go long and we want another value engine?
Yeah, it's tricky because look, we don't have many humans. We have like one, two, maybe.
Not Survivor's Bond, the Bonder's Enclave, the land we have.
Oh, sorry, Bonner's Enclave. Oh, sorry. Yeah, for sure. I think so. If there's like, if it's like a resource battle.
Mm-hmm. Especially if the games are going to go long where it doesn't necessarily matter if we get something stuck in our hand that we can't cast because of the colorless land. Okay. Brushwag coming
Nice
in
draw.
right on time.
And look, now we just have next turn. We can go Brushwag into Parcel Beast if we really want to.
I kind of want to wait until we can get the immediate value on Parcel Beast.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So we'll probably just go Fertile.
Hopefully we draw a land here because getting Primal Empathy plus Brushwag would be really nice.
Oh wow, yeah. Now we just do that. That's awesome.
Because now we have 2 creatures.
And we're just so far ahead.
Yeah, it's turn 3. Humble Naturalist sometimes doesn't perform, but when it does perform, it looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Like
Humble Naturalist is another card that's really good with companions, right? Because you always have that creature to cast, and casting that creature early is really good.
Yeah. Okay, so we get to draw 2 cards here.
Wow.
I think we just Shore Shark and
I think we just jam. Yeah, let's just do it.
we could go for the Parcel Beast, but we kind of already have the Primal Empathy for our value engine. And we've got this nice clock going now. Whew. This is brutal for them. We also have Frost Links that we can play now to tap it down again. Parcel Beast just getting in there with the beatdown plan. Wow. That's terrifying.
That's a good card, but
The Dirge bad.
So now we just want to go wide, right? We want to play outdoor creatures. Like Dirge Bat is specifically great against Mutate because you're putting all your things on one creature. We could just bounce it, and then that makes it so that there's no way they can mutate next turn. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't love bouncing it because, again, we're not really advancing our board a ton. I guess we would be able to play like a Fertile in addition to Parcel Beast. We could also just like attack, play Karuga.
Attacking Karuga. Yeah, let's do that. That's probably just the best play here.
Because, like, sure, they can
Attack,
kill our
cause-
creature, but, like, we have so many cards that we don't really care. And if they kill one of our creatures, they're still only going to have 1 threat. We can tap it down. Okay.
Whoa. Looks like opponent forgot that our Brushwag can pump.
Yeah, that seems strange otherwise.
That's understandable. I think that happens a lot in this format.
Yeah,
you have a Glimmer Bell underneath, and
I have definitely messed that type of thing up. My opponent the other day had the Regal Leosaur underneath a stack already, and they mutated a Huntmaster Liger onto it or something like that. Oh no, they had the Huntmaster Liger. No, they had the Huntmaster Liger that they were mutating onto a Regal Leosaur, and I just totally forgot that the Leosaur would also trigger.
Yeah, it just makes it easy. It's like +4, +3, or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so they brought it back. That makes sense. So now this makes me more likely to want to just go like literally just use Parcel Beast as a bounce spell and then play
Fertilid?
Yeah, let's go like Parcel Beast as a bounce spell and then play the Gem Razor as a 4/4. Because now, like, I think the risk we have of losing this game is like they just keep mutating. So I think just doing this and then beating them down. They go to 8, and they really have to do something now. They're really
Yeah.
pressed.
And we have 2 tramplers. And we can tap down their next blocker. And we're still drawing 2 cards a turn. Value is not
Mana
the
base
issue.
last game. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, what were you saying?
Value is not the issue.
Yes, value is not the issue exactly. I was gonna say like I think, given their mana base last game, I'd assume they just have some cards they can't cast in their hand, likely.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Looks like we're about to get the old W.
Yeah, I think so. You know, they could have Heartless sacked here, but other than that, probably just have this one in the bag.
I think I mistapped my mana there because I could have tapped Humble Naturalist to cast that and then had the pump up.
No, true. Oh well.
But maybe they do have Heartless Act.
They have something.
Ah.
All right, they're giving us lifelink.
What a true bro. Friend of the realm. Got the old victory. Feels good.
Nice.
I'm so used to seeing the little like badge thing pop up after a win or after a
Oh
loss.
yeah.
I was like, wait, where did that thing go? Best of 3 so
No,
chill though. It's nice and relaxed. 3,000 gems for 2 more wins. I don't think we want to make any changes to our deck.
Yeah, no, I think our deck is quite good.
Good as is. Okie doke. Moving on to round 2. We haven't actually activated Parcel Beast. We've just used it for like other uses.
Yeah, exactly.
We've just been attacking, blocking. Turns out Parcel Beast is just a creature. Okay, I think this is a keep, even though it's kind of land heavy. But we do have this Trireme to cycle.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back in 1 sec.
Okay, cool.
So you play these first few turns. I'm sure you'll get the job done.
Hopefully. Okay, folks. So we're gonna play our Naturalist. We're gonna pray that they don't just double cycle every turn, because we're terrified of the Flourishing Fox. Ooh, that's a card. They might just Essence Scatter this. That's okay with us. We don't really care about it. We're not ramping to anything. Okay. Things are looking grim. We do not have a ton of interaction in this deck. It's our big weakness. We do have a Shore Shark to draw into, but by then it might be too late. So we play the Fertilid here. At some point we could maybe get a Weaponize and a Ram through turn. Should deal 4 to this.
Oh geez, we're facing the Cycling Menace.
We're getting foxed right now.
Oh no.
They Essence scattered our turn 2 Naturalist, which was actually okay for us because it meant they didn't pump Fox at all. Another Casting Crystal, which is nice. I feel like that means they might have another something special.
Yeah, or scatter maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we probably want to just cycle Triome here.
I think we play our land first so we can also play the Weaponize.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll cycle the Trireme on end step or something. I think we still attack.
Yeah, for sure. Them casting Crystal might mean they have Essence Scatter.
Yeah.
So, I think that's likely.
Or some sort of 2 mana.
Or they just have, they have red cards they want to cast and they don't have mountains.
Yeah, or another 2 mana cycler or something.
Yeah, so the hope, not that it's super likely, but the hope is that they just have run out of cyclers, and we can kill this fox if we draw one of our larger creatures.
Is there any merit to just using the Fertilid here to like increase the number of outs we have?
So I think now we cycle. I think now we just want to certainly draw into a card. That's very scary.
Okay, so we whiffed on some of those cards. So we actually have... Oh, we don't have quite enough mana, but I think we just have to kill this immediately. Or we just lose.
Yeah, it's so we can attack. We can attack into it, and then
we can ram through and then sacrifice this to Weaponize. Unfortunately, we can't remove a counter from it first.
Yeah, so let's attack first because it's free.
Got them. They had no idea it was coming. This is so sad. Well, we're not out of it. We have...
Yeah, we certainly have draws. And again, the hope is just they don't have any more cyclers.
Yeah, I think our best draw is probably lead the Stampede.
That'd be good.
Frostlings would also be solid. Archipelagor.
Oh, Archipelago. That's close to being good. That's very close to being good.
Yes. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen to be good in this situation, but it is close. I can see why they played this crystal now. Oh, and we are dead.
That is the game. Okay, so we got Fox, we got Broodmoth, and we got Flooded. So I think we'll hopefully do a little bit better on our draws.
My initial thought is Plummet for Broodmoth.
I probably wouldn't play the Plummet. I think it's just like against the cycling deck, it's too narrow.
Okay.
Like yeah, it kills their one thing, but I think we have other outs to just winning the game around the Broodmoth, and like having a dead card in hand is not great.
I mean, how do we kill Broodmoth? We just can't kill Broodmoth.
That's okay. We can attack them. Like I don't think the Broodmoth is like that big of an issue. Is a thing. Like I think it's not like a lose the game on the spot kind of card, all right? And it's good, but likely the cycling deck doesn't have that many other flyers. I just don't think it's worth having like a potential dead card.
Okay.
And we also have Weaponize. Right? We have Weaponize can kill it.
True.
And Ram through. Like we have other ways, or just neutralize. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just a little bit narrow.
Yeah. Okay. So no changes. I don't think we want Wilt in this matchup.
No, I think this is fine. Like, yeah, they have crystals, but I don't think we need the Wilts.
I don't think we have any particularly bad cards to take out for like an ambush or anything.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe we do want the ambush because the cycling deck just usually does have like a few threats on board. It's not like they're going wide a lot of the time. So maybe we take out. This is tricky. I think we do want the ambush just because it's so low opportunity cost.
We could take out Lead the Stampede for ambush.
Yeah, let's do that. We have enough value stuff. Oh, you know what? I kind of like Primal Empathy out instead of Lead the Stampede because Lead the Stampede, especially in this matchup where we need things to happen like right away. Like we're not looking to accrue value. We're looking to like get the job done right away. And Lead the Stampede gets us to our creatures, whereas Primal Empathy might just be a little bit too slow.
Yeah, especially because their foxes can just grow so big, and putting counters on is much worse than the draw card mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're back in it, game 2. We'll be on the play this time, which is nice. Ooh, this is great.
I have hope.
This is a great hand.
Yeah, this is a great hand.
We can go Naturalist into Symbiote and Symbiote.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or if we draw a Mutator, we can just play a Symbiote into a Mutator. No turn 1 Fox, good sign.
That's always a good sign.
We did it. Mission accomplished. And Essence Symbiote is also some nice life gain, and we have a few of those.
Yeah, it's nice life gain, and it also like grows our creatures out of range of sometimes like some removal spells or just being able to attack past some of their larger creatures. So I do like our position now.
We get to develop. We have so much. We've already spent 6 mana on spells, and they haven't spent any. So we just have a nice board advantage. Lead the Stampede can refill our hand. I actually like to Lead the Stampede more than like a Primal Empathy in this spot, probably even.
Yeah,
it's close.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in this specific scenario, maybe.
Ooh, scary.
This card gets around Capture Sphere. I kind of like just Lead the Stampeding here.
Yeah, let's lead. We could play Fertilid, but I think we want to lead. This is the nightmare scenario. Well, that was bad, but at the same time, we would not have liked to draw on those cards, right? So, the small consolation prize of lead is that it does dig you further. Like, you gets you closer to the creatures you want to draw.
Yes. I am still sad.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a whiff, but we wouldn't have wanted to draw those lands anyways.
Yes. That is why you need to have a lot of creatures in your deck with Lead the Stampede. Because that was not a very likely scenario to happen for us.
Okay, so the match is for 5. Kind of like our position, honestly.
Yeah, if we draw 1 Mutate, we just gain back a bunch of life.
Yeah, we draw 1 Mutator. We have this Fertilid to lock down anything else they have. And then, yeah, I think we're doing okay here.
I think we play Fertilid. Do we attack with Naturalist, or do we use the mana do we play this land even? Because I'm thinking we want to have something to loot away.
Yeah, I wouldn't play the land. I would just play the Fertilid attack with both here. Or attack with all 3.
Oh, you don't want to hold up the activation on Fertilid?
I don't think we're actually going to activate Fertilid unless we need to find our red source. No, actually, I don't think we're ever activating Fertilid this game unless we draw like something massive that we want to play, because we just put a bunch of lands on the bottom, right?
True.
So we don't want to shuffle those back in.
True, true. And also our only splash card.
Yeah, exactly.
That is good
totally
for us.
okay. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, now
on a...
hopefully they don't. We'll draw something awesome, but
we have a Capture Sphere to hold them down. Pouncing Shore Shark would be great.
It would. It would be very, very good. It gets a little weight with this land. Okay. 2 mana cycler is much worse than 1 mana cycler in this position for them, for sure.
We could even use Capture Sphere as a fog effect at some point here.
Yeah. Falls off, but you know.
Sometimes you just need a fog. Oh, neutralize.
That was great. That was a great draw.
Do we cycle neutralize?
Not right now. So if we draw any mutator, except Parcel Beast doesn't get the job done. But any other mutator means we just win the game next turn. So I think we attack for sure.
What do you mean we just win
we're
the
in
game?
we're in a great spot. I would play land here though. I would play land at this point.
What do you mean
we have multiple things we want to play.
What do you mean we win the game next turn?
1, 2. Oh, sorry, not next turn. The turn after. Sorry, my math was weird there for a second. Unless I'm thinking of this strangely. Yeah, never mind. Ignore my comment. Yeah, but we're in a good spot because they attack us here. They put us to 5. We can counter whatever they play, and we can fog for a turn with this Capture Sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're well on our way to winning this game. Okay.
Okay, so they did nothing. They have 5 cycles in the graveyard, so Zenith Flare is lethal.
Zenith Flare is lethal, yeah.
I don't think we can beat Zenith. We can't beat Zenith Flare, though, I don't think. I guess we can hold it up, and if we drop Parcel Beast... Do you think we cycle neutralize?
No, I don't think so. I think we just hold here. Okay, Symbiote's not bad. So... Okay, so I like... What do you think about attack with the Symbiote and the Polywog, play Symbiote, hold up, neutralize?
Yeah, I kind of like that line. And then we can...
I guess that doesn't set up lethal next turn is the problem.
And then we have to chump with natural... Then we chump with Naturalist.
Well, we chump with Symbiote because we have to hold up... Oh, no, we have 5 mana. Sorry. Never mind. Yeah, let's attack all, because that... Oh no! Wow, this is tricky. So we have to think about this.
I think we have.
So if we attack with.
Oh, this is real tough. I think we'll have to top deck something.
What if we go? Attack with the 3 mana. The 3 power. So the Symbiote and the Polywog, and then we play Symbiote, hold up.
Neutralize.
Capture Sphere and neutralize. Yeah.
We don't hold up Capture Sphere.
Let's try that.
We can't hold up Capture Sphere and neutralize unless we tap the. Well,
Capture Sphere or neutralize. Sorry.
No, we.
So we would tap. We would tap the Humblest or Naturalist
for mana. Interesting. Okay, and then we would Capture Sphere the Reptilian Reflection or something to buy us a turn.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't set up lethal though, so I mean, I think we're kind of priced into that, but that's fine.
We could also just chump with Naturalist. It does set up lethal if they don't have anything else. Okay, so we play this.
Feels like they have a counter spell.
I'm worried about Zenith Flare.
Yeah, you're always on edge when you're playing against this deck, right?
They have red and white mana, and they have 5 cycles in the graveyard, and we're at exactly 5.
Okay, so I think we allow this to happen.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they just didn't have a cycler here? How crazy would that be?
Excellent for us.
That would be insane. Like, I can't even imagine a world where they just don't have a cycler. I think we Capture Sphere now, so they can't draw, like, a counter.
Yep, That's good. That's a good line of thought. Okay, that's good.
We have so much life gain if we draw a mutate guy.
One time.
Just give me that
Okay.
gem razor. Okay.
Okay, that's a land. So now
We have to cycle this.
I don't think we do. So now we're like, so let's think about this. So I guess if we do cycle it and we get into a mutator, yeah, that's great. Our other plan is get in for one chump. Yeah, maybe we do.
Because
Maybe we do at
if we
this
find
point.
something like Parcel Beast.
Yeah, we're in a great position.
Booyah! This is the best one.
Wow, that's like the
This is why.
best
This is
card
why.
to draw here.
This is
Okay,
why I
well,
tap my lands like this.
let's hope no scatter. But you know, if no scatter or removal spell, we're in very good shape.
We win the game if they don't. I think we mutate onto this guy.
Well, with that, then we can't attack with that. I guess is the problem.
No, we could destroy the pacifism.
Oh yeah, I get. Yeah. That's
Or
the
is your
highest
thought
level.
that
And
we
gain
kill
two,
the?
gain
Or
four.
is your thought that we kill the reptilian
Yep.
reflection?
Yeah, that was my thinking for a second.
We could
No,
also
you're
mutate
right,
onto
you're
the polywog.
No, I like. Yeah, just do what you're gonna do. I think.
Don't you dare have a counterspell opponent. Don't you dare. You monster. You absolute monster.
No, I felt that when they were tapping before. Okay, so now we discard that, yeah, and we have to chump with the naturalist.
We could double jump. Because they won't have enough damage to kill us. They won't have enough damage to kill both.
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No attacks. No attacks.
Because then we stay at 5. I don't think the looting from the symbiote is insanely relevant. They just don't have a cycler. Let's go!
Oh, they don't even say. Oh, well, it doesn't draw us anything, but it's a card.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 5/5. 5/4, I mean. Sick rip.
Oh, wait. Do you want to... No, never mind. Yeah.
We don't have enough mana to cycle. We're not going to attack with both.
I think I would attack with one, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because this way we have, like, most stuff would make us have lethal next turn.
Just them not having a cycler there. Okay, Broodmoth is annoying, but okay.
It'll have to chump our Karuga. So
Okay, let's cycle.
Give us a mutator. Pouncing Shore Shark. Archipelagore.
We can cast that.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Whew. I think we got this one. Unless they have another scatter.
If they have another scatter, I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh. I'm going to lose it. My mind can't handle this. Oh my gosh. No. Yes!
I'm pausing for much too long. Okay, wow.
They let the loot resolve first just to torture. Oh, this is evil. Oh, there.
Well, maybe this sounds like they have something, but not exactly a scatter, right? That's what that tells me.
They have
So,
like a
what-
kill spell, and they're like, "Man, do I really have to kill Polywog Symbiote?" Yes.
Yes, over. Yes, thank goodness. Because
Over.
now we're fine.
And we gain
They
so
have
much life.
we lock it down. We gain 4 life.
Oh, the life gain! Finally, the symbiote's paying off. The symbiotes make the best sound effect when they come into play on MTG Arena. This is a side note. Don't think we need to attack with Karuga.
Is there a reason not to? So let's see. One. No, we should, right? Just because if they have Blade Banish, we set up lethal next turn still.
Okay, that's a fine reason. They don't have white mana, but you know.
Okay, so they can chump. Yeah, this is the reason. Interesting that they didn't attack last turn.
Yeah, they maybe just didn't want to trade, or they wanted to make us think they didn't have something. What? That is
Yeah, it
so. What?
Yeah, it comes back.
That's unreal. Oh, we're just dead. We're so dead. They have
No.
raking claws. They
What?
always have it. They always
Oh.
have it, Alex. Those cycling players. I did not know that interacted that way. What? I didn't know it stayed a creature when it went to the graveyard.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
Reptilian Reflection always messes me up. Like, I've tried to, like, cycle Splendor Mares to put a lifelink counter onto my card. I think we bring in Wilt, maybe. It's a pretty low... I mean, we saw Pacifism.
Yeah, I like Wilt here because it's low opportunity
We saw
cost.
Pacifism, Capture Sphere, and we saw Reptilian Reflection. So I think even bringing in both makes sense.
Yeah, let's do it.
Over Frostveil Ambush.
Yep.
And what else would we cut?
Lead
the Stampede, you mon. I can't believe we won after whiffing on Lead the Stampede. Like, gosh, what a horrible moment.
We just threw a card into the aether.
I had an opponent hit literally 5 creatures off their Lead the Stampede against me. And the best part was that was the reason they lost, was because they had 10 cards in their deck, hit 5 creatures off their Lead the Stampede, so they decked out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like,
so we could just cut like a Fertilid.
Yeah, we could also cut Ketria Crystal.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit better.
Because Fertilid can, like, get our mountain. I mean, or Ketria Crystal is also a splash source, so I can see cutting Fertilid being better.
Yep, I like because
this one can also be hit off Lead the Stampede technically.
Yeah, let's cut the crystal. Let's cut the crystal.
Also, it's a good mutate target. I think Wilt is going to do work in this matchup. At least I hope it does work. We had such a good start to that game, and then we whiffed on Lead the Stampede, which just made everything so difficult.
That game was such a sweat.
Okay.
Okay. So this is very unexciting.
I'd say it's probably a keep. It's sad though.
We're on the draw. I think we have better draws. I think we mulligan this one.
You mulligan this? Interesting. Okay, I'll do it. But I would think I would keep this one just because we have.
I just think versus them, like, they just have too many busted starts where this isn't gonna get the job done.
Oh, this is so much better.
So much better. Here's my thinking on mulligans in your mutate decks and your cycling decks too. Basically, you don't care that much about being down a card. You really want to find your A+B interactions, right? So like the London Mulligan really helps with that.
I think we ditch the Frostlings.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that also makes sense. Yeah, this sand is so much better. Like, imagine if we draw a Brushwag here. Wilt, that's a pretty good draw.
Wilt's good too, though. Wilt's really good here. It hits multiple.
Oh, I can't wait for you to play your Reptilian Reflection now, opponent. One turn late, Brushwag.
Oh, wow.
I'm disappointed in you.
Where were you? Alright, so now we just play that, yeah. Well, next time we can go, Brushwag into Beast. That's still good.
Oh, yeah.
No!
Get wrecked, opponent. I'm glad you used your Essence Scatter. Play your Reptilian Reflection. That's right.
Yes.
Take it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah. So now we get to go brush.
Okay, so now we just go, Brushwag, leave up the Wilt.
Do you want to Wilt now?
No. I think we make them cycle. We make them user cyclers.
Oh, yes. Opponent. If Reptilian Reflection isn't a creature when we wilt it, it doesn't come back with flying, right? Oh, opponent, you know the way of the wilt. You know that wilt exists. Oh, I also have wilt, but I am not cycling
Boom,
it.
baby.
This is great. Boom, baby, as they would say in The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I was just thinking, man, what is this with like these references? Like we're in tune with our references.
We're on the same page. I've seen that movie about 1,000,000 times. Oh, Gem Racer would have been good too. I think we just Parcel Beast because we're a little bit low on resources, so I think we do just want to. They have second Essence Scatter. I'm gonna cry, but you know, such is life. And then we just activate
it. Now we're just in a spot where like we
should activate it now, right? No. Because we can put the land in play. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Player on Swallowhole. Like, very low chance that they would do that, but if they have Creature Swallowhole, that's pretty annoying.
Good point. Wow. We have so much enchantment hate now. Oh, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying.
They're gonna capture sphere this and then.
Oh,
okay, that's okay. That's fine.
We can.
They're drawing all their good cards and it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's.
Oh, that's such a sick animation. Look at that. I didn't notice it the last time because I was too enraged.
Okay, we do hope to draw lands, but once we draw lands, we're in good shape.
Oh, we'll take action.
Yes, please take that action.
Straight to play. Oh, yes.
Nice.
We can
okay,
mutate
so now
ram
we just.
Through.
Sorry?
We can mutate onto this and then ram through. Or we can just cast it and
I
then...
think we just play. Yeah, we just play the shape. Just play the Gem Razor because we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and then we'll just activate Parcel Beast again. And then we'll ram through next
Wow,
turn.
are we in good shape now?
Yeah, Broodmoth doesn't matter when we have our only copy of a removal spell that can kill it.
Well, even still, like Broodmoth is just a 3/4 flyer, and like in a cycling deck, Broodmoth's not even that good, right? Like it's good, but it's not like it would be in like a black white token like sacrifice deck, not a token deck because tokens don't work with it, but like it's just fine here, right?
It feels so satisfying to beat cycling. It's like the ultimate feel.
I know.
They don't realize that Gem Razor has reach. There's no way they realize that Gem Razor has reach.
I don't know if I want to go for it though. Oh, it's so sketchy.
Nobody knows it has reach. Look, you can see them hovering the card.
All right, do it.
If they have a combat trick, it's gonna stop.
I can't look, but do it.
It's gonna stop our ram through anyway. It's so funny because I don't even know Gem Razor has reach. Like I've attacked into Gem Razors before, and I just happened to have a combat trick in my hand, but then I realized after the fact. But like, there's no way they know it has reach.
Eyes. I'm covering my eyes here. I can't.
Oh. That's the like. Who cares?
Okay, that's fine.
That's
totally
so good
okay.
for us. Like they just didn't
yeah.
know it had reach, and now they're like,
right,
well, I guess I have to kill it.
And now, yeah, they had to use their Zenith Flare. Okay, we basically killed 2 of their bombs, and that was great.
Oh, that was amazing.
All right, so let's just. I think just play for a lid. I think we usually I want to just keep getting value out of my Parcel Beast. So we'll just Does
this bring the land in untapped?
It does not, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm glad it doesn't put it in untapped because that's even more broken.
Yeah, I guess fortunately, but
the classic. I knew it as soon as they attacked. I knew they didn't realize they didn't have reach just because that's something I've done.
Oh, look at this too. Look at this. So we
activate.
Yeah, we just activate now and then. You had the soul read on that one.
Man, the soul read. Would you have blocked there?
I don't think I would have. That's awesome.
Here I think we just play Fertilid and then Wilt on the.
Yeah, that seems good to me. And now the cycling deck has a really hard time winning from these types of positions, right?
Yeah, especially when they use their Zenith Flare.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like 20. It wasn't an insane Zenith Flare, but we just didn't take any damage this game because our Wilt was clutch as heck. We had the clutchest Wilt. Our sideboard tech was
lined
so
up
good.
Quite well.
Our sideboard tech.
Not to like not to toot my own horn here, but like how bad would our first opening hand have been against what they had?
Oh my gosh, you're right. It would have sucked. That was the greatest mulligan ever. They're like, wow, they have a second Wilt. This lucky guy just happens to have all the answers.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so let's Parcel Beast now. Let's see if we can draw something good.
Yeah, like a pouncing shore shark. Oh, yes. Take action.
And like this is the busted thing about Parcel Beast, right? Like a lot of these like value cards that draw you a bunch of cards.
Do you want a Capture Sphere?
Yeah, let's Capture Sphere. Start to end the game as soon as we can. Like a lot of times when you have like these value engines that draw you a bunch of cards, you can't cast all those cards because you just don't have the mana. Like mana is the constriction. But with Parcel Beast, you just like get the lands into play. Like instead of just drawing all the lands and having them in your hand, like they just go into play. It's kind of wild.
Played the pre-combat Essence Symbiote just to show them we don't fear any combat tricks.
Singer. Yeah,
it's all about the mental game now.
They could easily have. I am a little like slightly worried about second Zenith Flare, but not that much because we're still at 20. All right, Splendor Mare is annoying, but fine.
We're just gonna draw Pouncing Shore Shark this turn at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh, Brushstrike's a good draw too, actually.
What's their life total? They're at 18. We're not gonna start attacking with our Parcel Beast at this time.
No, but it's good to think about.
Neutralize, nice.
I will take that. Put that in my hand, please. Yeah. Now the game is virtually locked up, right? Like with this Naturalize in hand.
Neutralize in hand.
Or sorry, Neutralize. Darn card names.
I've called it Proud Will Bonder enough times that I can't criticize pronunciation. There's always that one card. Oh man, I'm so proud of that Gem Razor block. It's so funny.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
I literally did the same thing before, and I just by pure chance had a combat trick in my hand to make myself not look like a complete idiot. But like I I had literally done the same thing because it has so much text that you just forget it
I
has
know,
reach.
right? You're like, and it doesn't look like it has reach, right? Like not at all. It's just like this like kind of medium sized. I guess it's actually giant, but it doesn't look that big in the art.
Yeah, like Essence Symbiote looks bigger than it.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah, we need the birds. We need the birds for scale. There's no birds for scale in that picture.
We're not going to thin our deck with Fertilid, I don't think. That sounds horrible.
I don't think so.
Oh, weaponized. We can't cast it.
Well, there's the reason. Okay, so now we're in great shape. So we think we attack with the Brushwagg first, probably, just to see what they have, or if they do anything.
I like it.
Okay, they do indeed block. So it looks like they have something, but that's fine. We'll just trade whatever the card they have for some mana.
And we can even like counter it with our neutralize if we need to.
It's fine. Totally fine.
We're okay with that happening.
Yeah, we don't really
So then we'll
don't
just
really care.
pass the turn, use our Fertilid, and then our Parcel Beast because we'd rather draw a spell.
Yep.
Hold up, neutralize. All that good stuff.
No. So here's interesting. I think we do counter this. Yeah. I think the game might get away from us if our Parcel Beast dies. So I think I would be inclined to counter this one.
Yeah. I like it. They also aren't even remotely close to killing us with Zenith Flare.
No.
Like they need 10 more cyclers. Okay, so we activate a Fertilid to get our mountain before we activate our Parcel Beast. Then we activate Parcel Beast. No, then we attack with... No, we don't have Brushwagg anymore. Then we activate Parcel Beast. Oh, baby. Ye
Okay.
old Symbiote.
Not a bad draw.
And now I think we just play the Symbiote and hold this land.
Yep. Now we're like a, Archipelago or something, a Karuga. We do have to work. What's our deck size at?
16.
Okay, so there's some consideration to worrying about that, right? I think we should be fine, but
Karuga would draw us 3 cards.
yeah, Karuga is what I'm worrying about. Because Karuga is one of our only large things we have to attack with, and Karuga might be uncastable at some point.
How did they just gain? Did they just gain life? It looked like
they played a
played
land.
a gain land. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
what happened?
land. Nah, we good.
The Splendor Mare is irritating. I have faith in this Parcel Beast.
Yeah, draw.
We could just pump this and fight this thing. I think we'll ram through it.
Oh, I forgot that was a brush.
So we can start.
See? I always forget.
So we can start doing.
I think
stuff.
let's draw a card first. Let's see. Because I don't think we want to. Maybe we want to attack. I don't know. I think we're gonna try. We want to try to find one big thing first before this Parcel Beast. Before we involve this Parcel Beast in combat,
Yeah, it wouldn't be combat. It would just be ram throwing the Splendor Mare, so we can start hitting them for 6 a turn because they have nothing in their hand.
True. Yeah. I like that. Let's do that.
Let's play
let's
first,
play
just in case. Because they could have another bomb in their deck. It's hard to say, but starting to kill them is definitely nice. And this guy can start pumping a bunch of times. I am slightly worried about Blade Banish now.
Sure, yeah, that's the thing, but doesn't matter all that much, I don't think.
I kind of still want to commit to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's a card they could easily have. But we still just get to sack it, I guess. Oh, thank gosh. I saw them play a card and I was immediately worried. But now that we have weaponized, we kind of have the value we need.
Nice. Okay.
Anyway.
So yeah, now we just start ending the game real fast, and we're probably just gonna attack the Parcel Beast with this. Maybe we should have arguably have done that before. I completely blanked on the fact that our Parcel Beast can pump.
Also, like, we do have a lot of good spells to draw, so like trying to find more
Yeah,
spells
yeah.
is totally reasonable, I think.
And now they're just dead next turn.
Yeah, they're just cycling
And they're just like, yeah, now they're literal dead.
by a lot. Parcel Beast is gonna get in there. Boom! Winning the
Boom.
matchup, losing game 1, and then wilting our way to victory. What a clutch.
That was awesome.
Wilt was hype.
That was real good.
Those were the best wilts I've ever seen in my life. Just like saving our Parcel Beast. Oh man, the finals. The difference is 2,000 gems. What
That's so many.
That's so
Oh my
many.
goodness.
The difference between 1 and this is 1,000 gems. 0 wins is a 0. You get nothing for 1 win versus 0 wins. What? That's gotta feel real bad. But
yeah, it's kind of like Magic Online, surprising, I guess.
yeah, I guess that's the idea. Trying to get all those diehard MTGO grinders to come to MTG Arena. I know you prefer Magic Online. Is it just because you like the interface more, or you just like don't like the auto tapper, things like that?
It's little things like that. Yeah, I think the interface one thing I could get used to. You know, I think it's more just like I'm used to the Magic Online interface. The auto tapper bugs me a little bit. It's also like, you know, I feel like the on average, not to say there's not good players on Arena, there is, but like on average, the competition you face is higher on Magic Online.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did the dream. We lived the dream here.
Yeah, we got it.
And we're against a hero deck, so they can't have like burn spells or black removal. I think we just commit to the...
You say that and they play Mountain.
Do you want to play the Essence Symbiote here, or do you want and then Parcel Beast activate next turn?
Yeah, I think we go Symbiote first.
If we didn't have a Symbiote, we would just play Parcel Beast, though, right?
Yeah, I think so. This is a great hand, by the way. This is just like...
This is an unbelievable hand. Like, this is the dream.
Yeah, this is the god draw. This is where Mutate looks great, right?
This is the god draw.
We were in a seat where Mutate looked very, very, very good, right? Just like we got double Parcel Beast, we got Archipelago, we got all these symbiotes in the world.
Yeah, they can kill it.
They can Prophecy. Oh, they don't even have the Prophecy? All right.
Yeah, it's probably correct to Prophecy there.
I would just bash. Let's get in for 5.
Really?
Yeah, just do it.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Every time someone bashes me with a Parcel
You want to
Beast,
just draw a card? Well, with this Archipelago in hand, we just want to get them low, right?
I guess. Every time someone bashes me with
You sound so sad. You're like,
every time someone bashes me with a Parcel Beast, I feel like I'm winning the game. Like it literally it just...
Well, like, look at this, right? We're gonna go like
they have nothing.
We can go attack.
I agree, especially because it's on a Brushwhack, so we can just like hit them
it's on
really
a
hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
We can just hit them for like 9 next, not like 8 next turn, and they're just dead.
Exactly.
Oh, but it feels so bad. Parcel Beast has not reached his full potential in any game except that one. Every other game, he's just been an attacker, a bounce spell. He's getting abused here. We have 2 of them, which is insane, but you know, that's why he's good, because he's flexible. He's willing to play any role. He plays offense, he plays defense. Opponent hasn't cast a spell. We've already cast 3.
It's a pretty good spot to be in.
This is great. Yeah.
Whoa, passing? Goodness. Okay. So I think we should attack and pump.
It's so sad. This is like physical pain.
Especially now that we drew up weaponized, right? Like,
oh my gosh, it's so painful. Just why? Just gonna fire
like
Prophecy.
Flame Spill or something. Yeah.
Oh man, the symbiote protected our Parcel Beast to the very last.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was a good one. They can't even rock slide this thing until next turn. Like, sure.
Or maybe several turns.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, we just interesting. We just attack still. We just Now that they didn't play land, we just attack for sure.
Do we pump or do we cast Shore Shark at instant speed?
So we'd put them to.
I kind of like.
Yeah, I would. I think we just. So if we let's see.
If we pump, then any mountain we eventually draw just wins us the game.
Yeah, I like that. You're right. Yep. And then even if that doesn't happen, like I'm trying to think of a card that we even care about next turn. Like, I can't think of one unless they go swamp, right?
Unless they go
Okay,
island pouncing shore shark, and even then we're totally fine. Wow, even Blade Banish doesn't do it. Get owned, opponent.
Yeah, the 3/5, just perfect stats for the situation. Doesn't get Rumbling Rock Slide and doesn't get Blade
Just
Banished.
amazing. Opponent's probably sitting there with both of those cards, like, why have you forsaken me?
Why me? I guess it does get Blade Banished if we choose to pump it, but
They probably just play Kahira this turn. Oh no. Oh no. So much value. Even when he's dying, Parcel Beast gets a 2-for-1.
All right, so now we just basically we flash in the Shore Shark and we capture Sphere, whatever they play, and that should be the game.
Yeah. Should we hit him with the good game emote?
No, because then if we look how foolish we'd look if we don't actually get there.
No, but now we strike fear into their heart. See, I don't
BM, the BM.
Especially if the game lasts like another 20 turns. Like they somehow kill the pouncing shore shark and then like we never draw a mountain for this weaponize. I'm just gonna hit him with the good game just to inspire fear.
So is there anything they could have here for a single mana? I do not think so. I cannot think of anything.
The only red single mana card I think is weaponize and then the +1/+1 and first strike thing. Should be Archipelago or Capture Sphere.
Let's Sphere. I mean, I guess it's which one do we not want to show them? Is the
well, they're
probably just Archipelago.
Because if we play Capture Sphere, then they could know to bring in Wilt.
Yeah, so let's go to Archipelago here. And yeah, Wilts might incidentally kill our weaponize.
Yeah, or our Primal Empathy. Ha.
All right.
Never doubt the premature good game. Okay, so they're playing. No, don't tell me. Naya is the colors they're playing.
You got it.
Haven't played it against Naya in a while. Do we want Wilts? That's the only card I can think of to bring in.
No, I think we're just like we haven't seen much. We've seen a Frenzied Raptor and a Kahira. Like I think we just run it back for now.
And a Ram Through and a Active Blood.
Oh, let's bring in Thwart the Enemy. We're gonna be good in this matchup. It's good against those two removal spells, and it's also good against just like creature like Kahira, right? A Kahira deck.
I have never played this card, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing. What do we cut for
It's gonna be good here. Yeah, it's gonna be good here.
What do we cut?
Maybe just let's see.
Last time we cut Primal Empathy.
Yeah, on the draw, Primal Empathy can go against like a creature deck.
Okay, let's do it. Thwart the enemy. We are thwarting them. On the play, do we change something else out?
Yeah, I like MC on the play a little bit better. I'm not sure what we switch out instead of the thwart, but we'll see. We'll see if we even get to a game 3. You know?
Yeah, I'm excited for thwart. The opponent's taking a long time to sideboard. They're still recovering from the.
They might be uncohering. I wonder if they're doing that.
Yeah, interesting. I never even think about that. Like removing the companion condition. I saw someone do it in Constructed once. They had like a Kruger deck, and then they sided in Dovin's Vetoes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, which I think is kind of cute, cool tech. Because in like certain matchups, you probably don't want your Karuga. Like you would rather have Dovin's Veto than Karuga a lot of the time.
Yeah, the counter spell is just too important.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Constructed, so that's just my one analogy from. I think I watched some of Brad Nelson's stream. I just find
Brad is one of those players that. Even though I don't play Constructed, like I don't play Constructed, but I don't even follow Constructed all that much. I follow it a little bit, but he's so good at it that it's just like it's awesome to watch.
I know, exactly.
Wow, you're so good at this. I just want to watch you play.
I was just watching him, and I'm just like, wow, he's just like he'll be like in a like the mirror match, and you know he's like gotta be a 70% favorite to win.
Oh,
because he'll have like one sideboard card different from everyone else, and that sideboard card will be like the best card ever. Like, remember when him and his like brother like won like 4 standard GPs in a row or something?
Oh yeah, wild.
And it was all with the same deck. Like everyone was playing Teamer Energy, and they just won every time. Wow. I think we mulligan this hand.
Yes. This is one of the ones where I'm just like not good enough.
I've learned the way. When you have 5 lands and a Ketria Crystal, you got to mulligan sometimes. Oh. Wow, we did it again!
Hello.
What are the odds? Our boy Parcel Beast coming in clutches at 3/5, unkillable. Do we
We
hit
did,
them
we
with
did
the
it, chat.
Do we hit them with the good game before the game even
So
starts?
so I think we actually bought a mountain here because even if we do draw weaponized, it's not going to be that good. And I think we want access to our double green, double blue, or double green at least.
Do we have any double green cards? We have Gem Razor. My inclination was to bottom forest, but I could see bottoming mountain.
Yeah, there's going to be turns where we, especially with Parcel Beast, we're going to want a double spell. And like by the time the weaponize is a thing, we can always just find that other green red source, you know.
Immediately punished.
Yeah, immediately punished. That's fine though.
Fantastic. Okay. Sabertooth. Okay.
All right, that's gonna be a 4/2. That's large and in charge. Brushwag, what the heck, man? Again.
Come on, man. This is like the second time he just shows up late to the party.
Brushwag's like that guy that like you work with that like always comes in 10 minutes late, and he's like, guys, tomorrow, I promise I'll be here on time.
Oh gosh, Brushwag. Honestly, this should be fine though, because we can make our Parcel Beast guy now, and then Brushwag plus Shore Shark, or we could just play.
Let's make it 3/5. Let's just make 3/5 here. Like Brushwag, same thing. Brushwag. Oh no. Do you want to Brushwag? I think I kind of want to. Oh, this is yeah. What do you want to do here? Do you want to go Brushwag into Parcel Beast or just
I kind of just want to Parcel Beast onto Symbiote, and then
make it a little bit bigger?
then
Well, then it does get hit by Blade Banish. Is the funny. Oh no, sorry, no, it doesn't. No, it
it's a
doesn't.
3/5, and then we play Brushwag, and we can put our other guys onto Brushwag because Brushwag is a good attack.
Sure, yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you want to just leave up a mana here, just
Yeah.
basically like not attack. Yeah. Okay.
No
I like
attack.
that plan.
Just block one of
That's a
their
good plan.
guys.
They also forgot to play Kira
No, they played
before
here.
attacks.
Oh yeah, nice.
We're at,
We're not attacking
19.
with Parcel Beast. All is right with the world.
Yeah. You finally get your way.
Everything is good. Oh, that's fine.
No, actually, that's fine. Yeah.
Ha!
That's
The Gem Razor. You're right. The triple green is coming in clutch.
good lord. and here's another thing, right? You know, I think at the beginning of the format, like we you know, when me and Lord Tupperware did our set review, we were kind of low on pacifism, and people kind of like gave us some flack for it. They're like, pacifism's still gonna be good. Pacifism's just not that good against Mutate, and it's not that good against Cycling, right? Pacifism is a fine card in this format, but it's by no means a high pick.
I think that you're still a little low on it because like it's bad against Parcel Beast and Gem Razor, which we just have in our hand, and it's bad against the super stacks, but I haven't played against the super stacks all that much. It's also bad against Sacrifice. It's like it's only 2 mana though. I think that's the thing you miss is like for 2 mana, you don't have to view it as like Doomblade, which I feel like people always compare it to Doomblade. Yeah. Like I feel like I just have a lower base standard for pacifism than you, but like I mean,
I think so too. Yeah.
Like sure, there's cards that make it look worse in this format, but it's also like it only costs 2 mana. So if people are like, "Wow, my 2 mana removal spell doesn't kill literally everything."
Yes, exactly. I think that is the best way to look at it.
I think we should go
like that. That is. I just want to like because I think some people do have it as like, oh, it's Doomblade level, but like I think the way you just framed it is perfect. Just it's a good removal spell. Just don't expect it to deal with literally everything.
Should we play Essence Symbiote in addition, and activate Parcel Beast again, or should we just use Gem Razor? I think Gem Razor just to make sure we live.
I think just Gem Razor. Yeah, Gem Razor makes this Brushwag a 5/5. So
yes. And if they kill this somehow,
and kills the pacifism, yeah.
Oh, they could have Ram through, which would be sad. Hi, Aiden. I am recording. That was the greatest moment ever. Little brother walks in. He's got his hat on backwards. He's got great tunes playing. I kind of want to like just immediately leave the room and just go on his adventure, whatever he's doing.
Well, this game's gonna be over real quick, so I mean,
I don't know if he's going. It's just like if you know every like movie where there's just like going around doing chill things around town. I mean, that's not really a thing during the virus, but that's kind of what flashed through my head. I had an entire movie in my head in that one moment where I just walked through the door. I was like, man, this is the classic moment. I mean, it's funny because I think our Karuga deck would have been so much worse than the deck we ended up with.
Oh, so much. And that's the thing, right? The interact, I think Parcel Beast in particular, like how many times did we go 1-drop into Parcel Beast this league, right? Like
a couple times. We also had a couple times where we drew the Almighty Brushwag a turn late.
Yeah.
Oh man. Opponent's probably trying to figure out how they get past all these 5 toughness dudes.
Opponent's like mousing over being like, what do I even do?
They're like, man, Essence Symbiote has been so clutch making these guys 5 toughness. Oh man, they killed that one.
I think that's the wrong one, opponent.
I think you're gonna regret that decision.
Ooh. Okay, so now we just play Fertilid and then activate Parcel Beast at the end of turn.
I like it. I like it.
Jeez. And then imagine we hit land, draw land, and then we get to go like Karuga, leave up Parcel Beast.
Oh man, that's the dream. Oh, Quartzwood Crasher.
Ooh. Okay. Well, luckily we have a Shore Shark for that, and that's large too.
We're gonna hit our island here. Nope. We hit our best card.
Yeah, probably not the best card to draw here, but that's okay. Okay, so now, yeah, now we just go Shore Shark the Crasher. We can even attack, because if they want to trade both their creatures for our Mutate stack here, I think that's probably okay. I don't think they will, too, is the thing.
Oh my gosh, we get another counter. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. Wow, I'm so afraid of Quartzwood Crasher. It's such a beating.
Man, can you imagine how good Thwart the Enemy would be in this spot if we draw that?
Oh my gosh! I didn't even consider that. That's disgusting. What the heck? And there's nothing they can do about it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, they fight land. So they're running on empty here. So even if this Quartzwood Crasher, we have to block with a few things, we're still in a good place.
Okay, we got our crystal.
Crystal not the best draw, but that's okay.
Dang it, we were returned late on that neutralize.
Yeah. So now we just play Karuga, I believe, and we might just trade off to Shore Shark. But yeah.
So we'll just
would have all three of those cards would have been good.
Yeah, literally any of them would have been so much better to draw.
But so here this is kind of interesting because we might be a little bit priced into
triple block.
Like what do we? Yeah, like
I'm gonna triple block. I would love the triple block Quartzwood Crasher and just get. I mean, I think we have to.
I think so too. It sucks, but I think you're right.
And they can't like. There's a lot of stuff they could have. Like they could have ram through, but even then we still kill them. That's why we kind of have to do it. Imagine if they had Thwart the Enemy.
I was just thinking that. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess it would still be okay because they only killed one of our things, but
yeah,
it's still like.
Oh gosh, opponent. If we needed to hit some lands. Oh yes, man down. Let's go.
Man, this opponent has just had no respect for those Parcel Beasts. They're like, whatever, you can keep that guy.
Also, like, they're just getting like so it's so much value. Okay, so now we can Frostlinks this guy if we want, or we can.
Yeah, I would. Let's play Crystal, I think, because I think we want to just play another mana source, and then we're in great shape now because like now Weaponize is a great draw, Thwart's a great draw.
Should we Frostlinks the Tigerzilla?
Yeah, and then we're just gonna. I think we don't attack with Karuga this turn because I think they'd be very willing to just trade it off with Sabretooth.
Bad trade, agreed. Whenever I'm considering making an attack, I think about like 5/4 for 4/2 is just a terrible trade.
Yes.
Vigilance Menace, eh? I think honestly they kind of had to get rid of the Shore Shark.
Yeah, probably. It was just too big of a blowout if it stuck around for too long.
We have another Mutate.
Okay, so
Captures.
So I think now, what do you think about just capture sphering the Sabretooth and bashing?
That's what I was thinking.
Because we have this neutralize now, and we get to play another. Just hold up. Yeah, we just get to hold up neutralize.
Yeah, they're in bad shape. Make sure they hit us for 8, but we have a counterspell. And they're gonna go to. Okay, they go to 5. That's really good.
Trade. Okay, they have to.
I guess
right?
the 4/3 still trades for that, and then we just pass with neutralize up.
Yeah, I think we pass here.
And we don't even have to attack with Karuga. We could just attack with Parcel Beast.
Yeah, Parcel Beast is just massive too. It's on the Brushwag, right?
No, it's an Essence Symbiote. The Brushwag.
Oh, it's an Essence Symbiote.
The Brushwag was the Gem Razor.
The one time.
Sure, we'll just hold up our counterspell. Oh yes.
So good.
We'll let them trade now because we do have our weaponize. Because now they're exactly 2.
And boom, baby.
Oh, weaponize. Let's hit him with the non-premature good game now. We're gonna just let the parcel
Final
beast,
blow.
let the parcel beast do the work here.
The final blow.
Normally it would be maybe like they could have like the 1 mana gain for life, but we can
Yeah, but we have a counter spell.
it. I don't think I would normally just sacrifice it. Yes! Oh, that's
there.
sweet, sweet victory.
We lost a game to cycling, but otherwise
A
the clean
game.
sweep.
And that game was necessary to make it so much more epic when we made the comeback.
Exactly.
Wow, you get so many things for going like 3,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I don't even follow the economy very much.
Sweet deck.
Pretty sweet. Yeah. That is going to do it for this draft video, though, folks. If you didn't get all the way to the end, be sure to check out all of Cord's content. Where can they find you, Alex?
Yeah, so you can find me, the place I think would be the best to find me is my Limited Level Ups podcast. It's very much in the style of like Lords Unlimited, but more of limited resources. Is there like level up episodes? So we're all of that. If you want to check out our podcast, it's on all major podcast apps, Apple, the Android store. Otherwise, you can come check out my stream at cord_o_calls, or follow me on Twitter. Come say hi. You can ask me any questions there. I'm totally open for if you want to send me a deck or a draft, I'm totally open for looking over those and offering some advice.
Are you still writing your blog?
I post there once in a while. Mostly, I post there for I do like a 25 drafts in 25 draft logs for my first 25 trophies of the format. And I'll be posting that one soon. So cool. Yeah, you can check that out there. That's Limited Level Ups at Blogspot.
Perfect. So there will be links to all of that stuff in the comment section down below and in the description, so you can find all of Cord's content. I'd like to thank him for coming on as a guest. It really is a blast every time. If you make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave a hashtag clutch parcel beast, because he did it all for us this draft and really carried us to victory. So that'll let me know you made it all the way to the end. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment if you do have any questions or feedback, and subscribe to the channel to get more videos. That is going to do it for this one, though. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.